Modern science attempts to map the universe from both ends, using massive telescopes to track the expansion of galaxies and particle accelerators to probe the behavior of the quantum realm. Despite these advancements, the origin of everything remains a subject of intense debate. Physicists like Stephen Hawking spend decades grappling with whether time is a meaningful concept before the initial singularity, or if the universe simply emerged from a state where our laws of physics do not yet apply. This search for a unified theory often encounters a persistent obstacle. The equations describe the mechanical world with precision, but they rarely account for the consciousness of the person observing the data. For many, the observer remains a ghost in the machine of modern cosmology. Thousands of years ago, the thinkers of the Vedic period in ancient India proposed a different starting point. They argued that any model of the physical world is incomplete if it fails to include the mind of the individual looking at it. While modern research focuses on the external question, what is out there, these ancient philosophers prioritized an internal one, who am I? They believed that to truly understand the vast architecture of the stars, one must first understand the nature of the entity perceiving them. The ancient Indian framework organizes reality into a three-tiered continuum. The first tier is Thula, the observable macrocosm of physical objects. Beneath this lies Sukshma, the subtle state where solid matter dissolves into atomic structures and energetic vibrations. These early texts suggested that what we perceive as solid matter is actually a collection of imperceptible waveforms, a concept that aligns with the dual wave particle nature of matter in modern quantum theory. In this model, investigating the physical universe eventually forces us to look past solid shapes and into the unseen architecture that sustains them. If we push past the subtle atomic layer, we reach the final tier, the foundational fabric of reality itself. The Aitareya Upanishad suggests that the universe did not emerge from a cold void, but was manifested within a state of universal consciousness. This is symbolized by the deity Vishnu, whose yogic sleep on a cosmic ocean serves as the source from which the material world is born. These texts define Brahman as the boundless universal consciousness, while Atman refers to the individual consciousness localized within a person. In the Chandogagga Upanishad, a young man named Swetaketu returns from years of study, believing himself to be deeply learned. His father, Uddalaka, asks him if his teachers ever taught him the one rule by which the unknown becomes known. When Svetaketu admits he has no answer, his father points to the essence behind all things and tells him, Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. This teaching suggests that the internal spark of your own awareness is made of the exact same elemental substance that birthed the galaxies. This perspective collapses the wall between the observer and the observed. We are not separate entities standing outside a mechanical universe, looking in at it. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad describes this unity through the nature of infinity, stating that the infinite universe proceeds directly from the infinite Brahman. Even when you take the infinite from the infinite remains. When the temporary physical body and the individual ego are stripped away, what remains is the changeless substratum of all existence. A realization this leads to the core assertion of this cosmology, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. In this context, looking at the stars is not staring into an empty alien void. It is the act of looking into a mirror. Ancient Indian cosmology was never intended to be just a map of the distant sky. It was a tool designed for self-realization, using the vastness of the universe to reflect the vastness of the human mind.